Good afternoon, my name is Robert Hobbs, and this is a video for HobbsTSL541, Language and Culture. Today I will be teaching a lesson from the Fantini text, specifically page 156, 157, entitled Cultural Cartoon. The purpose of this is to talk about humor in America compared to humor in other countries. The basic idea is that we use humor a lot in the United States, in English, and therefore, if you don't understand the humor, then you're not going to get a lot of the conversation. So that could be very frustrating for those who are not native English speakers or indigenous people from that country, as in born in those countries. So today we'll be using a cartoon, specifically a Sunday comic, Garfield, to talk about humor. This is in a ELL class at Martinsville High School. I have 6 students with me. Their names are Marisol, Vanessa, Juan, Victor, Ronaldo, and Jesus. And let's get started. Okay, class. Question. What are some cartoon comics you know? Yes?
Garfield.
Garfield, good. Okay.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown, good. Yes? No? Okay. Anyone else? Yes?
American Dad.
American Dad. Okay. Okay.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Family Guy.
Family Guy. Okay, these are more cartoons. Think of more comics like you see in the newspaper.
Spider-Man.
Okay, Spider-Man. There you go.
Iron Man.
Hmm?
Iron Man.
Iron Man? Okay. Anyone else?
Captain America.
No.
Yeah, okay. All right. When you read the comics in the Sunday paper or in the newspaper, are they funny?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes,
Why
they are.
sometimes?
Because sometimes.
Why would one be funny to you?
The way they dress.
The way they dress? Okay. Okay. Okay, anyone else?
It would be.
Hmm?
It would be funny for me.
Okay, that would be funny for you. Okay.
They're boring. Like,
You think they're boring?
yes, because in some cartoon things,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have that much emotion.
Okay, so not much emotional, so you're like, okay. All right, anyone else? Okay. For those if you find a comic strip funny, what are some things you find funny about them? Example, you said the action, okay. What kind of action? For example, the running,
Yeah.
The way they talk.
Both, okay.
No.
Okay.
The drawings.
The drawings.
Yeah.
Okay, the way they're drawn. Good, good.
The way they express the words.
Okay, the way they express their words. Especially when you get the bubble,
Yeah.
and there's like, and then it's just, yeah. Okay, good. Okay, for those of you who are not from America, is American humor different or similar to what you're used to?
It's very different.
How so?
Because schools is much better, and over there, the schools is like not that high.
Not about schools, about what's something funny. Is it different? Example, in some countries, ideas of someone falling is not funny. But Americans, that's really funny. Huh? Okay. Another example is puns. Anyone know puns? Puns? Okay. Puns are basically you take a word and you use different meanings for the word. A joke I used to hear is, you have 2 fish in a tank. One turns to the other and says, do you know how to drive this thing? What tank are they in?
The water.
They're in a military tank. but the first part makes you think they're in a fish tank. So that's a pun, or a play on words, really. Okay. So what I have here is, who's this?
Garfield.
Garfield.
Garfield, okay. Who is in this comic?
Garfield.
Garfield, another guy. I don't know his name.
Okay. Just other guy. Okay.
Yeah, another guy.
Okay. Now here is the activity. I have here the original with the words. I'm giving you the one without the words. I want you to guess, based on what you see, what are they saying? Okay? I will give you about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how well you do. And then we will talk about it.
Do you want me to write it?
Yes, please write in the bubbles. Okay, talk to each other, help each other, and get back to you in a few minutes.
That's correct.
Okay, guys, it's been a few minutes now. What do we have? Who wants to go first? All right.
Well, we decided that Garfield is calling 911 because he was acting all a little bit not normal for the cat.
Okay.
So he calls 911. Then Garfield feels like he's gonna fall,
Or pass out.
pass out.
Okay. Okay.
Then he gets so nervous, and then
Then he sweats.
he sweats, and then he don't want to get wet because you see that umbrella right there. And then he goes crazy because you can tell by the picture.
Oh, and he doesn't want to get wet because he's a cat.
Yeah, he's a cat. He's a fluffy cat. Okay, and then the police comes, I guess, to the door. He knocks the door, and Garfield says, "I'm out."
Can we go now?
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, John called the pizza. He say, I would like to order pizza. And Garfield say, a big pizza.
Okay.
And he say, like he's crying, I think he's maybe saying with onions.
Okay.
And like he got an umbrella, it looks like a mushroom. So maybe he's saying, and mushrooms. And I don't know about this one.
Okay.
And the last one says, and hurry, maybe because he's running.
Okay. And
And
what does Garfield say?
maybe say, I want something to buy or to eat.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
I wrote it. You read it.
No, you read it. You read it.
Okay. Are you sure? Are you
I
sure?
am positive.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Supposedly, you know how he calls it, right? So they pick up, and then he's like, "Yo, what's up?" And then he orders pizza. He's like, "I want a pizza for my fat cat," because you know he's really fat, so he wants a pizza.
Okay.
And then he says with cheese and pepperoni, a large drink, and cheese sticks. He says, "Thank you, homie." And the cat says, "Like, yay, pizza."
Okay. Okay. This is what it says. This is what the original says.
Okay.
Okay. Second panel. So you have boop, 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 boop.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to order a pizza. Make it large, with onions, with mushrooms, and anchovies, and hurry. I earned every bite. So Garfield is just like, I earned this.
We almost had everything.
By the way, what are anchovies?
Fish,
I don't know.
Kind of fish.
small fish.
Fish?
So
Yeah.
we was close.
So that's why look, that's supposed to be fish.
So we was close.
Yeah, actually you guys did very well.
Yay.
I don't know where you guys got your stuff from.
I don't know.
Called it
It
911.
was close.
You guys, you got the pizza part right?
Yes, that's the important.
Okay. All right. My question is, who is in this comic?
Garfield.
And
John.
John. Good. What are they doing?
Order pizza.
All right. John is ordering pizza. What is Garfield doing?
Acting out what he wants on the toppings.
He acted out what he wants. Yes. Was this comic funny?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Garfield was doing.
Acting
Well, it's exactly.
weird and funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so So Garfield's the funny one. Is John funny?
No,
No,
he's so
no.
He's just so like
serious.
boring and
Is it like
like
that?
yes.
Okay. All right. Do you think Americans find this funny?
yes.
Yes.
Why?
Because Garfield
Why is Garfield funny?
is American.
Oh, explain that. What do you mean he's American?
I mean, because Garfield isn't like American. I mean, I don't see this in Mexico.
Okay. Well, I'm saying though is, why do you think Americans find Garfield
Because
funny?
it's a cat.
Okay, and
And because he doesn't know
He
how
acts
to
human.
he don't speak.
next human.
He talks, he does?
Well, he thinks, and we see what he thinks.
In a sad Garfield movie.
Well, Garfield movie is different.
Way different.
And they don't understand what he's saying. He talks, but they don't
Right.
It's a popular show. Popular.
But why is it popular? My question.
Because
Because
Probably
he's
children
famous, I
like it.
guess. Because he's famous, and it's funny for it's
comedy.
funny for little kids and like adults.
And that's kind of one of my questions. Why do you think this is funny?
Because you find it interesting.
Why?
Why? Because
The way they make
He's
the
right.
cat.
Because you
Okay, explain. Give me more.
Because they give him human like qualities that cats actually don't.
Okay. So humanizing a cat. Okay.
you really don't see this, you know.
Okay, you don't see it. All right. Anything else? What about Garfield's personality? How he acts? He acts human, but what kind of human does he act like?
It's funny.
the way
he's
he
trying to be
walk.
A lazy fat human.
Lazy, fat, yeah. Try to get him up on Mondays. Good luck. So, yeah, many Americans find fat, lazy can be funny because I think, this is just my opinion, maybe no one else's, don't worry, is sometimes we wish we don't have to get up on Mondays.
True.
Who likes getting up on Mondays?
Miss Richardson?
On summer vacation.
Huh?
Only on summer vacation, that's it.
Well, but you have to go to work, or school and all that stuff, and after, Saturday, Sunday. No, you don't want to get up. And sometimes you just don't want to care about eating. Eat what you want. You don't have to worry about your weight or how many calories. Just go. Obviously, I don't worry about that much, but so there are ideas in there that makes it funny. Okay. Are there any questions before we wrap up?
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay. All right. In that case, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hobbs.
Okay, so today we talked about cartoon culture. I used this particular comic. One of the things I should have done for the lesson was actually print out a copy for everyone, besides just giving them the copy without any text. I thought the lesson for what we did was very good. The students seemed to enjoy themselves pretty well on it. They asked some questions and they responded pretty well, so I'm happy about that. One thing is, when I picked this lesson, it was actually meant for 1 hour, so I had to pare down a lot of what I was doing to fit into the time frame for this video. Also, I would have liked to, as you can see, the copies weren't as good as I was hoping, but all in all, I thought that went okay. If I was to do this differently, I would probably had set this for an entire class period instead of just doing it for the video because of time constraints. I think we could have talked a lot more about what humor is and talk about the cultural differences in the humor. That's something we didn't get into too much, unfortunately. But overall, I'm pretty happy with my students. I'm pretty happy with the way things went.